Hey, agency owners, let me share a quick story with you. One of our clients, Deal Originators, an agency helping business brokers generate leads, wanted a new way to nurture their lead list. They had success with cold email outreach, but once they had the contacts on their lists, a lot of them would ghost them or the leads would go nowhere. They needed a new approach to build trust with their prospects, to show them the value they had to offer so that the leads could warm up to hot leads and they could convert them into paying clients. They decided webinars was the answer, but they didn't have the bandwidth or knowledge on how to best promote or set up their own webinars to maximize success. And they weren't prepared to invest in an internal team to do so. So they reached out to us at Clarent to start the WebinarBee program, and within the first 6 or 7 weeks, they were presenting their first webinar. Their webinar was all about doubling your business brokerage listings and revenue in just 12 weeks. And they did a great job breaking down how they deliver these results with their proven 3-step formula. They had 2 presenters that shared a slideshow, and they were engaging throughout the webinar with poll questions and Q&A. So how did their webinar go? Great question. They had 24 individuals sign up, with 42% actually attending the webinar. That might not sound like much, but here is where it gets interesting. Throughout the webinar, they asked a few poll questions, and 50% of the attendees chimed in with good data for follow-up. Plus, they received some thoughtful questions from the engaged audience, which they later used in their follow-up plan. And here's the best part. Just 2 weeks after the event, they had 9 sales calls directly from the webinar, and 7 of those 9 turned into contracts that were sent out. 4 have already become paying clients, and they are expecting the remaining 3 to close within a month. And keep in mind, this was just their first webinar with us. Now let's talk about why Deal Originators was actually successful. Number 1, they had a pre-existing list of contacts and a couple thousand connections on their social media profiles, so they weren't starting from scratch or with ice cold purchase lists. 2, they had an engaging topic. Remember, double your business brokerage listings and revenue in just 12 weeks. That's very engaging and it's eye-catching. Number 3, they had an offer that was very compelling to their target audience, business brokers. Number 4, they had a niche or a niche, whatever you prefer. You must have a niche. You can't say that everyone is your ideal customer because that is never true. And if it is, the WebinarBee program probably isn't for you. And finally, number 5, they had a sales team who did not stop the follow-up process until they got a yes or a no. And in this case, the majority of the attendees of the webinar said yes. This part is absolutely crucial. Your webinars can bring you all the qualified leads in the world, but if you don't have a team that will reach out to them using a multi-channel approach, meaning email, phone, texting, direct messaging on social media, and any other ways that you can try to contact them, then it just won't work. So if you don't have access to a team who will follow up, then skip the webinars until you do. And we can talk more about the follow-up process and details on another episode. But for now, just know that Deal Originators did 1 webinar and already have 4 signed deals from it and waiting on another 3. And remember why. First, they were already established with lists and contacts on their social media. 2, they had a great topic. 3, they had a compelling offer. 4, they had a clear ideal target market. And 5, they had a great sales team for follow-up. So if you check off all 5 of these boxes, then maybe you should try webinars for converting your cold leads into hot leads ready to sign up for your next offer. Thanks for your time and see you on the next episode.